Hey yo, it is me, Cape Baldi, back with a new video. And man, completed watching Better Call Saul. And you see, after watching Better Call Saul, I came to know between Walter White and Jimmy McGill that they both have parallels to each other about wanting to have change, and both go about it in such a harmful way that makes them kind of similar to each other, even though they both are trying to gun for opposite things compared to each other. That is, Jimmy wants to be a good, respectable person. Like he wants to change to be a good, respectable person that his brother can be proud of, than being a con man and being a person who defecating through Chicago sunroof. While Walter White wants to go about his soon-to-be demise to Kansas by being the man he wants to be, and the way he does it is by cooking meth with Jesse. Like both of these people's character flip on opposite sides but end up in the similar situation at the end. And I thought that was kind of interesting to think about it, which makes there is like this little similarity between Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. But what makes Better Call Saul a little different from Breaking Bad is that I think they go more deep into a psyche of their main character, that is Jimmy McGill. So when he does certain things, it's not like surprising. It's like you don't want him to do, and you're kind of feeling like, okay, why he's doing that and why is this going there? You kind of have some 2 cents about it. But it's never been like, okay, this is a certain change of the character. This I didn't know he would do this. No. But when the Walter White poisons that kid, that was like surprising as hell. That was a plot twist for me because of course, Walter White was an asshole and he was like sometimes say some irritating dumbass shit. But I didn't think that he would go that bad. So after that scene, when they show Walter White, it felt like I'm watching a full-fledged villain plotting for next thing, what he should do. And that what makes this different from Better Call Saul. And that's as it never felt like it was sudden change or anything like that. We just slowly, we just slowly know more and more about Jimmy, while also seeing Jimmy get worse and worse while at it. So there was an unexpected character turnover that I did not expected. That was Kim Wexler. I didn't know that she had a bit of a sleeping Kimmy in her. So she was a baddie, but the things that she and Jimmy did to Howard, that was like very annoying to watch, man. It was not only affecting Howard, it was affecting people around him. It was affecting that sperm. It was so unnecessary, right? And they show that, even though Kim is like really good to honest person and really has, really looks like she has shit together, sometimes when she's pushed, she can also become a little bit of sleeping Kimmy. And that was same with Saul Goodman. When she like had the relationship, she was like, I did not expect that. That's all I'm saying. And that whole ordeal between her and him, and the only way they could have broken up and stopped whatever they were doing was when Howard gets shot in the head. That was like a wake up to reality call to them. That was like hard to watch it too. Like that was also unexpected. Howard getting shot in his head by Lalo. Like when that happened, before that, this whole story had not only one single line of story going on. There was other story was also going on while it was happening, and that was about the illegal world. Like that was about the cartel, Gus and Gus and Finger and Nacho and Lalo, and that whole ordeal. In that world, Saul Goodman used to dip his hand in there once in a while, and that's what got the two worlds mixed up later on, and that his own chicanery get to this situation. It was such an crazy shit. Like shit got really scary after that. Shit got really crazy after that. It went from lawyers drama to murder drama, lawyer drama to the cartel drama. It was a cartel drama, but that story between all that, with that one singular line of story, when that guy got shot in the head, it flipped to cartel drama. Like no matter how much you try to separate two of your life, two of that world, it will eventually come eventually those two worlds will collide. Actually, not just shot in the head, him appearing while that guy also being in that screen with him was like surreal to watch, I think, because these are like two different people, right? These are two different worlds. Howard never know anything about this world. Yeah, he's a lawyer. He's been in the game of it. He's been seen people like that, but he never been involved with people like he had now, and not anything like cartel. And this guy's the big bad of cartel. So this was like pretty crazy to see, man. This was pretty crazy to see. This really felt scary. This really felt like one of the, as the lawyer thing that were doing with Jimmy Miguel and slipping Kimmy and Howard and Chuck and all. This was whole story was felt a little realistic. This felt like, we're going deep into psych and why this person is, a little crooked like this, a little bad like this. That's what we were seeing. But when that guy comes in, it's just like it went from, oh, this guy's doing shits and giggles, they're trying to ruin his image, to Burr getting killed, Burr literally getting shot in his head. That's what it was, and I am like, that's why it was so much of a crazy situation, man, crazy shit to happen. The moment Lalo appears, someone's fate is sealed, man. Someone's fate is sealed, and that was Howard, and the rest is history. And this shows, what happens now. It was, I can't like depend Jimmy over this, I can't. I mean, I haven't depend Jimmy, but I can't like be devil's advocate like I was with Jimmy, with like how I was with Jimmy with, what was his name again? That guy's case, like, I can't. This year is like, this and the thing he was doing with the grandma Irene, that person, that was like on him, man. This, like, look, there are things that happens in people's life that kind of screws you up, but that doesn't mean that you should do these two things. This is what defined him as a villain for me. This is what may define him as a asshole to me. I mean, like, not a villain per se. Like, this was not as bad as Walter White after that poison incident, but him doing that for Lalo, he knows who Lalo is. He knows what Lalo is. Yet he did, like, it was the most stupidest thing ever. He knew who Lalo was, like, bringing money for him, money back for him. Like, I mean, I can still get it. I'm not depending, okay? I'm not depending, but I'm still getting it. Where it's coming from. This man's whole life has been like that, being a conman, and his conman part, the Saul Goodman part, surfaced again when he told Lalo that he himself, he insisted that he will bring the money from that place that he didn't need to do. If that didn't happen, and then he wouldn't been in the case with Howard getting his head shot. Like, so many, like, the show, what I like about the show and Breaking Bad is that there's so many moments that happens, right, that defines the next story. Like, major thing, like, if this person didn't do this one tiny little thing, there are like moments in this show that are like where you decide, and the story takes place, right? That was done very good in this Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. That's it. Actually, I'm gonna talk more about it in my next video. There are more things I want to talk about, so please be tuned. It's just me yapping, okay? Nothing like crazy detailed explanation or anything like that. It's just me yapping, and that's it. Yeah.